Hey guys, this is Jason for the Alliance Project, Master Jace, the Rebel Alliance. We're going to go ahead and do part 2 of the MONROE tablets. We got to tablet 3 and shared some videos and some evidence to corroborate this. Just going to keep on doing that, make a little series on it. I hope you guys really enjoy it, and if so, I'll keep doing videos like this that kind of give you a little bit more visual stuff and just neat little things and Easter eggs here and there. So we're going to start this one off just to give you a pretty cool reference that I found. It was on the basics of chakras, but it's in a cartoon show. So I just wanted to share this like little clip. If you guys want to fast forward through it, it's fine, but it gives you some basic knowledge, and it's a cool little note to add to what's going on here with what he's trying to tell us with the chakras and the Lords of the Nine.
In your note, you said you could teach me to gain control of the avatar state. How?
You must gain balance within yourself before you can bring balance to the world. And the first step to gaining balance begins...
And that's actually one of the Hermetic teachings. Before you can truly control your environment, you must control yourself, control your body, mind, and spirit before you can control a situation or the world you live in.
With this, drink up.
Ugh! It tastes like onion and banana juice.
That's because it is. Yum, yum. In order to master the avatar state, you must open all the chakras. And tell me everything you know about chakras.
What are chakras?
Oh, I see. I guess we'll start with the basics. The water flows through this creek much like the energy flows through your body. As you see, there are several pools where the water swirls around before flowing on. These pools are like our chakras.
So chakras are pools of spiraling energy in our bodies?
Exactly. If nothing else were around, this creek would flow pure and clear. However, life is messy and things tend to fall in the creek. And then what happens?
The creek can't flow?
Yes, but if we open the paths between the pools,
the energy flows.
There are 7 chakras that go up the body. Each pool of energy has a purpose and can be blocked by a specific kind of emotional muck. Be warned. Opening the chakras is an intense experience, and once you begin this process, you cannot stop until all 7 are open. Are you ready?
I'll do whatever it takes.
First, we will open the Earth Chakra, located at the base of the spine. It deals with survival and is blocked by fear. What are you most afraid of? Let your fears become clear to you. Your vision is not real. You are concerned for your survival, but you must surrender those fears. Let your fears flow down the creek. You have opened your Earth Chakra. Next is the
Water chakra?
Brilliant! Maybe one day you will be a guru too. This chakra deals with pleasure and is blocked by guilt. Now, look at all the guilt which burdens you so. What do you blame yourself for?
I ran away. of those people.
Accept the reality that these things happened, but do not let them cloud and poison your energy. If you are to be a positive influence on the world, you need to forgive yourself. Third is the fire chakra, located in the stomach.
My fire chakra would like to eat something other than onion banana juice.
Good one. Moving on. This chakra deals with willpower and is blocked by shame. What are you ashamed of? What are your biggest disappointments in yourself?
I'm never gonna firebend again. I can't.
You will never find balance if you deny this part of your life. You are the avatar, and therefore, you are a firebender. That chakra opened less like a flowing creek and more like a burping bison.
Tastes like onions and bananas, but strangely something else. Pickles?
The fourth chakra is located in the heart. It deals with love and is blocked by grief. Lay all your grief out in front of you. Felt a great loss. But love is a form of energy, and it swirls all around us. The air nomad's love for you has not left this world. It is still inside of your heart and is reborn in the form of new love. Let the pain flow away. Very good.
Can I have some onion banana juice, please?
The fifth in the chain is the sound chakra, located in the throat. It deals with truth and is blocked by lies, the ones we tell ourselves.
Why didn't you tell us you were the Avatar?
'Cause I never wanted to be.
You cannot lie about your own nature. You must accept that you are the Avatar. Very good, Ang. You have opened the chakra of truth. The sixth pool of energy is the light chakra, located in the center of the forehead. It deals with insight and is blocked by illusion. The greatest illusion of this world is the illusion of separation. Things you think are separate and different are actually one and the same.
Like the Four Nations.
Yes, we are all one people, but we live as if divided.
We're all connected. Everything is connected.
That's right. Even the separation of the four elements is an illusion. If you open your mind, you will see that all the elements are one, four parts of the same whole. Even metal is just a part of earth that has been purified and refined.
This is the last chakra, isn't it?
Yes. Once you open this chakra, you will be able to go in and out of the avatar state at will. And when you are in the avatar state, you will have complete control and awareness of all your actions.
Let's do this.
The thought chakra is located at the crown of the head. It deals with pure cosmic energy and is blocked by earthly attachment. Meditate on what attaches you to this world. Now, Let all of those attachments go. Let them flow down the river, forgotten.
What? Why would I let go of Katara? I love her.
Learn to let her go, or you cannot let the pure cosmic energy flow in from the universe.
Why would I choose cosmic energy over Katara? How could it be a bad thing that I feel an attachment to her? 3 chakras ago, that was a good thing.
You must learn to let go.
I'm sorry, but I can't let go of Katara.
And to master the avatar state, you must open all the chakras. Surrender yourself.
Okay, I'll try.
Now think of your attachments and let them go. Let the pure cosmic energy flow.
So I thought that was cool and really, really accurate. Great way to break down the chakras for people. So we'll go right into the next part. Let me pause and see if that video's done. Almost done. Okay. I was going to upload that as soon as I can so we can get them online. I thought the Atlantean, this is Key to Wisdom, Tablet 3. I thought the Atlantean gave of my wisdom, give of my knowledge, give of my power. Freely I give to the children of men. Give that they too may have wisdom to shine through the world of the veil of the night. Wisdom is power and power is wisdom, one with each other, perfecting the world. Be thou not proud, O man, in thy wisdom. Discourage with the ignorance as well as the wise. Discourse with the ignorance as well as the wise. If one comes to thee full of knowledge, listen and heed, for wisdom is all. Keep thou not silent when evil is spoken, for truth, like the sunlight, shines above all. He who ever steppeth the law shall be punished, for only through the law comes the freedom of men. Cause thou not to fear, for fear is a bondage, a fetter that binds the darkness to men. Follow in thine heart during thy lifetime. Do thou more than is commanded of thee, which, when thou hast gained riches, follow thine heart, for all these have no avail if thine heart be weary. Diminish thou not the time of following the heart as a bore to the soul. They that are guided not go astray. They that are lost cannot find a straight path. If thou go among men, make for thyself love, the beginning and end of the heart. If one cometh unto thee for counsel, let him speak freely. All right, that's downloaded. I'm going to pause and then upload. Okay, uploading that video. So that one will be uploaded as we're recording this one. Repeat thou not extravagant speech, neither listen thou to it. For it is the utterance of one not in equilibrium. Speak thou not of it, so that he before thee may know wisdom. Silence is a great profit, and abundance of speech profiteth nothing. Exalt not thine heart above the children of men, lest it be brought lower than dust. If thou be great among men, be honored for knowledge and gentleness. If thou seekest to know the nature of a friend, ask not his compassion, but pass a time alone with him. Debate with him, testing his heart and his words and his bearing. That which goeth into the storehouse must come forth, and the things that are thine must be shared with a friend. Knowledge is regarded by the fools as ignorance, and the things that are profitable are him to hurtful. He liveth in death. It is therefore his food. The wise man lets the heart overflow, but keeps silent his mouth. O man, list the voice of wisdom, list the voice of light. Mysteries were there in the cosmos that unveiled, fill the world with their light. Let he who would be free from the bonds of darkness first divine the material from the immaterial, the fire from the earth. For know ye that as earth descends to earth, so also fire ascends unto fire and becomes one with the fire. He who knows the fire that is within himself shall ascend the eternal fire and dwell in it eternally. It's talking about opening your chakras. Fire, the inner fire, the most of all force, for it overcometh all things, penetrates to all things on the earth. Man supports himself only that which resists. So earth must resist man, else he not exists. All eyes do not see with the same vision. For to one an object appears to one form and color, to a different eye of another. So also the infinite fire, changing from color to color, never the same from day to day. Thus I speak, I, thought of my wisdom, for a man is a burning bright through the night, never is quenched by the veil of darkness, never is quenched by the veil of night. Into men's hearts I looked by my wisdom, found them not free from the bondage of strife. Free from the toils thy father, O brother, let it be buried in the shadow of night. Hark ye, O man, lest it be buried in the shadow of night. Hark ye, O man, list to this wisdom, where do a name and form cease? Only in consciousness, invisible and infinite force of radiant bright, the forms that ye create by brightening thy vision are truly effects to follow thy cause. Man is a star bound to a body, until in the end he is freed through his strife. Only by struggle and the toiling thy utmost shall the star within thee bloom into new life. He who knows the calmer commencement of all things, free as the star from the realm of the night. Remember, O man, that all which exists is only another form of which not exists yet, which exists not. Everything that has being is passing into yet another being, and thou thyself are not an exception. Consider the law, for all is law. Seek not that which is not the law, for such exists only in illusions of the senses. Wisdom cometh to all her children, even as they cometh unto wisdom. All through the ages the light has been hidden. Awake, O man, and be wise. Deep in the mysteries of life have I traveled, seeking and searching for that which is hidden. Listen, O man, and be wise. Far beneath the earth crust, in the halls of Amente, mysteries I saw that are hidden from men. Often I journeyed the deep hidden passage, looked on the light that is life among men. There, neath the flowers of life ever living, searched I the hearts and the secrets of men. Found I that man is but living in darkness. Light of the great fire is hidden within. Before the lords of hidden Amente, learned I the wisdom given unto men. Masters are they of the great secret wisdom, brought from the future of an infinity's end. 7 are they, lords of Amente, overlords of the children of the morning, son of the cycles, masters of wisdom. They're talking about the chakras. There's 2 below us that don't affect us because I guess we're transcendent those or something, but that's what they're talking about, the 9 cycles, and they start at 3. Because 1 and 2 are, I guess, dimensions below us. Formed are they not of the children of men. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 are the titles of the masters of men. Far from the future, formless yet forming, came they as teachers for the children of men. Live they forever, yet not the living. Bound to life, yet free from death. Rule they forever with infinite wisdom. Bound yet not bound in the dark halls of death. Life they have in them, yet life that is not life. Free from all that are lords of the all. Forth from them came forth the Logos. Instruments they over the power of all, vast in the countenance, yet hidden in smallness, formed by forming, known yet unknown. 3 holds the key. So this is talking about your base, your earth chakra. Holds the key of the hidden magic. Creator he of the halls of the dead, sending forth power, shrouding with darkness, binding the souls of children of men, sending the darkness, binding the soul force, directed of negative to children of men. So fear is how you unblock it, just like the video shed. 4 is he who loses the power. Lord he of life to the children of men. Light is his body, flames his countenance, freer of souls to the children of men. 5 is the master, Lord of all magic, key to the world that resounds among men. 6 is the Lord of the light, the hidden pathway, path to the souls of the children of men. 7 is he is the Lord of vastness, master of space, the key to the times. 8 is he who orders the progress, weighs and balances the journey of men. 9 is the Father, vast he of countenance, forming and changing from out of the forwardness. Meditate on the symbols I give thee, keys are they, though hidden from men. Reach ever upward, O soul of the morning. Turn thy thoughts upward to light and to life. Find in the keys and the numbers I bring thee, light on the pathway from life unto life. Seek ye the wisdom, turn thy thoughts inward. Close not thy mind to the flower of light. Place in thy body a thought-formed picture. Think of numbers that lead thee to life. Clear is the pathway to he who has kingdom. Open the door to the kingdom of light. Pour forth thy flame as the sun of the morning. Shut out the darkness and live in the day. Take thee, O man, as part of thy being. 7 who are but not as they seem. Opened, O man, have I my wisdom. Follow the path and the way I have led. Master of morning, son of the morning light. Life to the children of man. So I hope that chakra video helped clear some of that up, and you can see the coordinates with it. List ye, O man, the voice of wisdom. List thee the voice of thought, the Atlantean. This is the spaceport. Freely I give to thee of my wisdom, gathered from time in the space of this cycle. Masters of mysteries, son of the morning, living forever, children of light, shining with brightness, star of the morning, thought, the teacher of men is of all. Long time ago, I in my childhood lay neath the stars of long-buried Atlantis, dreaming of mysteries far above men. Then in my heart grew a great longing to conquer the pathway that led to the stars. Year after year, I sought after wisdom, seeking new knowledge, following the way, until at last my soul in great travail broke from the bondage and bounded away. Free I was from the bondage of earthmen, free from the body I flashed the night, unlocked at last. For me was the star space, free was I from the bondage of night. Now to the end of the space I sought wisdom, far beyond the knowledge of man. So we're going to share some stuff that corresponds with this real quick, so you have an idea of what's going on.
You are not a human being with a soul. You are a soul that temporarily inhabits a physical body. Astral projection is probably one of the coolest things you will ever experience. Imagine this scenario. You're lying in your bed, eyes shut, completely relaxed and totally awake. After a few minutes, you feel your body becoming heavy and numb, and then you start rising up, floating a few feet above your bed. You look down and find that your physical body is sleeping peacefully on the bed. You notice that there's a glowing, pulsating bluish-white cord connected to your physical body. You are calm, relaxed, and awake. This is not a new experience for you, and you feel a blissful sensation of peace because you are now unchained from your physical shell. You are experiencing a joyous feeling of exhilaration and freedom from bounds. You look around the room and see that everything seems to sparkle. Everything seems to have life, more vibrant. You fly through the ceiling and into the sky and look down at your house, becoming smaller and smaller. And soon you can see the curvature of the earth. You think of a friend of yours who lives across the world in Sweden. By thinking about him, you consciously go to him and you zoom across the world, and soon you're coming down into a house. You see your friend eating cookies at his computer. He's wearing blue jeans and a white t-shirt. Soon, you realize it's time for you to go back, and you think about your sleeping body. You find yourself back over your house, slowly moving down into your bedroom, and then back into your sleeping body. You wake up and go to your computer. Your friend is on Skype, and you tell him what you just saw in your dream. Your friend gapes in amazement. "That's absolutely right," he says. My friends, welcome to the world of astral projection. Astral projection is a phenomenon that is becoming rapidly more popular in the last 20 years, and even more so in the last 5. It is a process by which the human consciousness temporarily leaves the physical body and functions independently, while the physical body remains still and passive throughout. This results in observing the world from a point of view other than that of the physical body, and by means other than those of the physical senses. While astral projecting, however, you retain a very high level of waking consciousness during the experience, and can remember the event in every detail upon returning to the physical body. For many people, this happens randomly while asleep, becoming conscious in the middle of a dream. If you haven't, odds are somebody you know has. This is a very common experience, which is also known as lucid dreaming or out-of-body experience, OBE for short. This may sound crazy, but it really isn't. It's just relatively outside of the average human consciousness. In fact, we all experience this out-of-body state every night when we sleep. Most of these projections are unconscious because we are not trained to remember them. We'll be talking more about that in a bit. Astral travel was also known about in ancient times. The Egyptians called this the light body, Ka. They left inscriptions and drawings on rock walls depicting the soul leaving the human body. The Tibetans called it a double body, which housed the soul. Many Greek philosophers like Plato, Herodotus, and Hermotimus all talked about this as well. It's even written about in the Bible, for example, in the Apocalypse of John, and as well as the epistles of Paul and Tarsus. Reports confirm that at least 1 in 10 people have experienced a conscious OBE, either spontaneous or controlled. Spontaneous OBEs can occur at any time, while sleeping, during sickness, under medication, during an accident, or even while meditating. Controlled is like it sounds, willingly leaving the body. Before we continue, let's talk a little more about dimensions that we established an understanding of in Lesson 7. The dimension I'd like to talk about in specific is the 4th dimension, which is also generally referred to as the astral realm. Those who have visited the astral typically find themselves in an environment where all senses seem greatly magnified. These senses are not our normal physical senses, but inner astral senses. Thoughts can actually be seen to take shape instantly, and anything desired can be manifested by means of the powers of the imagination in the very process of creation. It is the ultimate place for true creation to take place, because you are only limited by yourself in what you can create. The astral plane vibrates at a much higher frequency than the physical plane. There is no gravity, or at least if there is, you're not bound by it. You're existing in these higher dimensions all at once, though less in the higher ones than here. In Lesson 1, we talked about the thought realm. At that time, I couldn't really say fourth dimension. It would have made no sense. But ultimately, that's where your thoughts are manifested. Even right now, as you're watching this, you're manifesting thoughts or ideas into this realm. From my understanding, emotions manifest on the fifth dimension, or it could be the sixth, as they are much more powerful. When you visit the astral realm, you'll learn that it's basically divided into 3 sections. This spans across different dimensional overtones that we covered previously. They're usually just called lower, middle, or higher astral planes. The difference is their vibratory frequency. The lower astral plane is vibrating at a very low frequency. It's relatively dark and more primal. Some have described it as the places of Dante's Inferno, and others think of it as purgatory. Many lost souls reside here, but it's usually also where people go when they're dreaming, as well as where you're exploring when you are astral projecting, unless you know how to raise your own frequencies into higher realms. It takes a long time to get there, though. The middle realm is a plane full of double rainbows of vivid colors and exquisite beauty. It would be impossible to try and rationalize this place. Everything, including inanimate objects, have auras of energy emanating from them. Time is a great illusion to us, and in these realms, time will seem distorted. Many people have said that they are able to perceive past and future events. The higher astral planes are called the heavens by the Christians, and the Summerland by the spiritualists. This place is beyond comprehension for most people, but it is a very pure, angelic realm. In fact, this is where the angels reside. Oh yes, angels are real. Remember when I said you were existing on higher dimensions as well? Well, angels would be a part of your higher self. To this day, all over the world, people report of being visited by angels. This is where they're from. As the dimensional levels go higher and higher, less and less has been documented. For few people have actually been there to write about them, and even those who have a hard time putting such experiences into human words. So, let's talk about some benefits of astral travel. First-hand experience gives us the unique opportunity to experience and explore beyond the limits of our physical senses. It gives us the ability to obtain first-hand knowledge of our existence. Recalling past lives. We learn more about ourselves by understanding our past lives. Most people on Earth have been reincarnating over and over for the past 13,000 years since the to-be-discussed fall I mentioned in Lesson 7. As we project more and more, we begin to have healthy recollections of past lives. Identify reasons for existence. You may even recall the purpose that you came to this lifetime on Earth for. This information can help us get to know ourselves better, overcome traumas, self-cure certain illnesses, and expand our sense of fraternity and universalism. Remember, you don't have a purpose except the one you give yourself. Do you remember what that purpose was? Flight. Probably the best part about astral projection. I've only had 4 or 5 out-of-body experiences personally, but in all of them, I just ended up flying around. One time, I even flew through space. In the astral, even the sky isn't the limit. You can glide through the air like a balloon, or Superman around the world at breakneck speeds. I can't stress enough how fun this is. If you're gonna astral project, you'll probably just want to fly all the time. Meeting guides. You can meet up with your non-physical guides. They have had many names throughout history. Your higher self, your guides, your mentors, guardian angels, or simply your helpers. One time I was in meditation and I asked my guides to help me with astral projection, and they told me that they were helping, but I would still have to leave my body consciously on my own. Damn spirit guides. I wanted them to just pull me out. Other benefits also include overall well-being, a reduction in hostility, increased psychic abilities, accelerated personal development, inner calmness, an increased quest for answers, an increased respect and zest for life, meeting deceased loved ones, increased intelligence and memory recall, increased knowledge and wisdom, witnessing other realities, increased self-responsibility, increased spirituality, healing, and the biggest one of all, an understanding of life after death. Through astral projection, individuals are provided with irrefutable personal evidence that we are immortal. The physical body can die, but the consciousness lives forever. It reassures us that there is a life after death. People who have even one OBE are generally transformed, having a much greater faith in existence beyond the physical. Fear of death is just fear of the unknown. Once you separate from your body, you absolutely know that you continue after death. Dying may not be a scary experience, but rather a wondrous, spiritual adventure into the next realm of being. Death is something to be embraced with excitement and anticipation when the time arrives. That's key, by the way. When the time arrives. I'm not advocating you kill yourself. Especially at this point in human history, you're going to want to be around for what's happening. On that topic, it's time to talk about heaven and hell. When you astral project, one of the first things you realize is that you are in control of your reality, more instantly than on the physical. If you want to fly, you fly. If you want some kind of flying car, you can materialize it right in front of you, though I'm not sure why you'd need it. The concept of heaven and hell came from this understanding. When you die, you return to the fourth dimension. If you're a good person, you will create a good reality. Good people create good afterlife in higher dimensions. Then they will hang around in that realm for however long they want, and eventually, if they choose to, return to Earth and start a new lifetime. If you are a bad person, full of hatred or fear or anger, you will also return to this fourth dimension, but you will create a reality full of hatred and fear and anger. Ultimately, heaven and hell are the same place, and it's what you create it to be. For the record, this is how it works in the physical realm as well. We talked about this in Lesson 1. You create your own reality. It's just in this dimension, the process is very slow because everything is more dense. You're bound by your physical body. The silver cord that I mentioned earlier, by the way, is the cord that tethers your physical body to your spirit. It connects when your soul connects to the physical body, and when you are astral projecting, it tethers your spirit to your body and you can see it, but you can't break it. The cord only breaks when you die. Everyone who has ever consciously astral projected will see this cord. It can stretch to infinity and will make sure that no matter how far you go, you can always return to your body. Dreaming! What are dreams? Well, when you're asleep, you are out of body. Your physical body needs rest, but your consciousness, your spirit, does not. So your consciousness returns to higher levels of being for the night. You do this every night. Remember, in higher dimensions, you can create any experience for yourself instantly. Dreams are simply you just creating experiences for yourself out of memories or thoughts or emotions that you have. Usually while you're dreaming, you're functioning at a very low level of consciousness. You're not trained to remember and consciously experience these realities you're creating, so dreams seem kind of hazy. So when you have a dream and you're pondering the meaning, just ask yourself, why did I give myself that experience? Some have said in these higher realms they could perceive the past and future. Perhaps this is why sometimes we have dreams of things that happen a week later. Scientist Stephen LaBerge has actually proven that the phenomena known as lucid dreaming is real. Lucid dreaming and astral projection are actually the exact same thing. Many mainstream scientists will say that astral projection is unproven. However, now we've proven lucid dreaming to be real, so naturally, if you accept lucid dreaming, you have to accept astral projection as well. So what's the difference between lucid dreaming and astral projection? Well, lucid dreaming is becoming conscious while asleep, already out of body. Astral projection is consciously leaving the body, going straight from a waking state to an out-of-body state. And that's it. Now I have a little surprise for you, but first I want to say this. I don't have time to teach you methods of astral projecting, but I have a myriad of resources for you to look at in case you want to try it out. I really recommend it because it's absolutely the coolest experience you will ever have. Even for you skeptics, I ask that you don't immediately shut this out, especially since modern science has proven it to be real. My first recommended source is the book Astral Projection: Amazing Journeys Outside the Body. This is the best book you will ever read on the topic. It has great descriptions and explanations of everything, including tons and tons of projection methods as well. Next, the 3 Robert Monroe books in this order: Far Journey, Ultimate Journey, Journeys Outside the Body. As I mentioned in Lesson 8, Robert Monroe completely mapped out these other worlds, and if you want to learn about them in depth, seriously check these out. Next, the website theworldofluciddreaming.com is fantastic. Tons and tons of great resources and information for lucid dreaming, dream herbs, projection techniques, everything. Next, the YouTube series called Lucidology 101, tips and tricks to have 100 OBEs in 100 days. The author is Nicholas Newport, a guy who has been studying projection techniques and has some really fantastic insights on it. He also sells Lucidology 102 and 103 on his site. Very helpful resources. And finally, binaural beats. In Lesson 8, we talked about binaural beats and what they are good for. There are many, many binaural beats that you can use to achieve out-of-body states, but you should learn to meditate first, of course. Remember, Google is your friend. Simply Googling astral projection will give you a myriad of other sources that will help you find out as much as you need to know about it. There's tons of stuff out there. And now for your surprise. Simply explaining astral projection won't show you just how incredible of an experience it truly is. I want to show you. So I worked really hard this week, and I hope to give you an idea of what you can expect to experience whenever you go out of body, if you choose to.
Far into the space, my soul traveled freely, far into infinity's circle of light. Strange and beyond knowledge were some of the planets, great and gigantic, beyond dreams of men. Yet find I law in all of its beauty, working through and among them, here as among men. Flashed forth my soul through infinite's beauty, far through space I flew with my thoughts. Rested I there on a planet of beauty, strains of harmony filled the air. Shapes were they, majestic, moving in order, great majestic as stars in the night, mounting in harmony, ordered equilibriums, symbols of the cosmos, like unto law. Many stars I passed in my journey, many races of men on their worlds, some reaching high as stars of the morning, some falling low in the blackness of night. Each and all of them struggling upward, gaining the heights and plumbing the depths, moving at times in the realms of darkness, living through darkness, gaining the light. Know, O man, that life is thine heritage. Know that darkness is its only veil. Sealed in thine heart is a brightness eternal, waiting for the moment for freedom to conquer, waiting to rend the veil of the night. Some I found who had conquered the ether, free of space, were they while they were men, using the force that is foundation of all things. Far in the space constructed they a planet, drawn by the force that flows through the all, condensing, coalescing the ether into forms that grew as they willed, outstripping in science, they of all races, mighty in wisdom, son of the stars. Long time I paused, watched their wisdom, saw them create from out of the ether cities, gigantic, rose and of gold. Form forth the primal element, base of all matter, the ether far flung. Far in the past they had conquered the ether, freed themselves from the bondage of toil, formed in their mind only a picture and swiftly created it grew. Forth then my soul sped through the cosmos, seeing ever new things and old, learning that man is truly spaceborn, a son of the stars, a child of the stars, a son of the sun, a child of the stars. Know ye, O man, whatever ye inhabit, surely it is one with the stars. Thy bodies are nothing but planets revolving around their central suns. When ye have gained the light of the wisdom, free shall ye be to shine in the ether, one of the suns that light outer darkness, one of the space, born grown into the light. Just as the stars in time lose their brilliance, light passing from them into the great source, so, O man, the soul passes onward, leaving behind the darkness of night. Form forth ye from the primal ether, filled with the brilliance that flows from the source, bound by the ether coalesced around you, yet ever flames it until at last it's free. Lift up your flame from out of the darkness, fly from the night, and ye shall be free. Traveled I through the space-time, knowing my soul at last was set free, knowing that now might I pursue wisdom, until at last I passed to a plane, hidden from knowledge, not known to wisdom, extension beyond all that we know. Know, man, when I had this knowing, happy my soul grew, for now I was free. Listen, ye spaceborn, listen to my wisdom. Know ye not that you too will be free? Listen ye, O man, to my wisdom, that hearing ye too might live and be free. Not of the earth, and yet ye are earthy, but child of the infinite cosmic light. Know ye, man, of your heritage. Know ye that you are truly know ye not you are truly the light, son of the great sun, when ye gain wisdom, truly aware of your kinship with light. Now to you I give knowledge, freedom to walk in the path I have trod, showing ye truly how by my striving I trod the path that leads to the stars. Hark ye, O man, know of thy bondage, know how to free themselves from the toils. Out of the darkness shall ye rise upward, one with the light, one with the stars. Follow ye ever the path of wisdom. Only by this can ye rise from below. Every man's destiny leads him onward, into the curves of infinity's all. Know ye, O man, that all space is ordered. Only by order are ye one with the all. Order and balance are the law of the cosmos. Fall and ye shall be one with the all. He who would follow the path of wisdom, open must he the flower of life, extending his consciousness out of the darkness, flowing through time and the space and the all. Deep in the silence first ye must linger, until last ye are free from desire, free from the longing to speak in the silence, conquered by silence the bondage of words, abstaining from eating until we have conquered desire for food, that is bondage of soul. Then lie ye down in the darkness, close your eyes from the rays of light, center thy soul force in the place of thine consciousness, shaking it free from the bonds of the night. Place in thy mind, place the image thou desireth, picture a place thou desireth to see, vibrate back and forth with thy power, loosen the soul from out of its night. Fiercely must thou shake with all of thy power, until at last thy soul shall be free. Mighty beyond words is the flame of the cosmos, hanging in planes unknown to man. Mighty in balance, moving in order, music of harmonies far beyond man. Speaking with music, singing with color, flame from the beginning of eternity's all. Speak of the flame, art thou, O my children, burning with color and living with music. List to the voice, and thou shalt be free. Consciousness free is fused with the cosmos, one with the order and the law of the all. Know ye not, man, that out of the darkness light shall frame forth a symbol of all? Pray ye the prayer for attaining wisdom. Pray for the coming of the light to the all. Mighty spirit of light that shines through the cosmos, draw my flame closer in harmony to thee. Lift up my fire from out of the darkness, magnet of fire that is one with the all. Lift up my soul, thou mighty and potent, child of light, turn not away. Draw me in power to melt in thy furnace, one with all things and all things in one. Fire of life, strain, and one with the brain. When ye have freed thy soul from its bondage, know that your darkness is gone. Ever Ever through space ye may seek wisdom, bound not be fetters forged in the flesh. Onward and upward in the morning, free flash your soul to the realms of the light. Move in order, move in harmony. Freely shalt move with the children of light. Seek ye and know ye my key of wisdom. Thus, O man, ye shall surely be free. The Dweller of Unal. Tablet 5. Oft I dreamed of the buried of Atlantis, lost in the ages that have passed into night. Eon and eon thou existed in beauty, a light shining through the darkness of night. Mighty in power, ruling the earth born, Lord of the earth and Atlantis day. King of the nations, master of wisdom. Light through the sun tall, keeper of the way. Dwelt in the temple, the master of Unal, light of the earth and Atlantis day. Master he, from a cycle beyond us, living in bodies as one among men. Not as the earthborn, he from beyond us, son of a cycle, advanced beyond men. Know ye, O man, the Horlet the master was never one with the children of men. Far in the past time when Atlantis first grew his power, appeared there one with the key to wisdom, showing the light to all. Showed he to all men the path of attainment, way of the light that flows among men, mastering darkness, leading the man soul upward in heights that were one with the light. Divided he the kingdoms into sections, 10 were they, ruled by the children of men. Upon they he built a temple, built not by children or men. Out of the ether called he its substance, molded and formed by the power of Ytolon, and forms he built with his mind. Mile upon mile it covered the island, space upon space it grew in might. Black yet not black, the dark like the space-time, deep in its heart's the essence of life. Swiftly the temple grew into being, molded and shaped by the word of the dweller, called for the formless into the form. Builded he then within great chambers, filled them with forms, forth from the ether, filled them with wisdom, called forth of his mind. Formless was he within this temple, yet he formed in the image of men. Dwelling among them, yet not of them. Strange and far different was he of the children of men. Chose he then among the people 3 who became his gateway. Chose he 3 from the highest to become his links to Atlantis. Messengers they, who carried his counsel to the kings of the children of men. Brought he forth others that taught wisdom. Teachers they to the children of men. Placed he them on the island of Undal, and stand as teachers to the light of men. Each of those who were chosen taught must he be for years 5 and 10. So 15 years just to be initiated. Only thus could he have understanding to bring the light to the children of the men. Thus there came masters. Yes, thus there came into the being a temple, a dwelling place for the master of men. I thought have ever sought wisdom, searching in darkness and searching in light. Long in my youth I traveled the pathway, seeking ever new knowledge to gain, until, much striving, one of the 3 to me brought the light. The Illuminati, the illuminated ones, right? Who knows? Brought he to me to the commands of the dweller, called me from the darkness into the light. Brought he me before the dweller, deep in the temple before the great fire. There on the throne beheld I the dweller, clothed in the light, flashing with fire. Down I knelt before the great wisdom, feeling the light flow through me in waves. Heard I then a voice of the dweller, O darkness, come in the light. Long have ye sought the pathway to light. Each soul on earth loosens its feathers, shall be made free from the bondage of night. Forth from the darkness have ye arisen, closer approach the light of your goal. Here ye shall dwell as one of my children, keeper of records gathered by wisdom, instrument thou of the light from beyond. Ready by thou, made to do what is needed, preserver of wisdom through the darkness of ages that shall come fast on the children of men. Live thee here, drink all the wisdom, secrets and mysteries unto thee I shall unveil. Then I answered, the master of the cycle, saying, O Lord, that descended to me, give thou to me the wisdom that I might be a teacher of men. Give thou the light that I may be free. Spoke then again to me the master. Age after age shall ye live through. Your wisdom I, when over Atlantis the ocean waves roll, holding the light through the dark, hidden in the darkness, ready to come whenever thou shalt call. Go thee now and learn great wisdom. Grow through the light to infinities all. Long then I dwelt in the temple of the dweller, until at last I was one with the light. Followed I then the path to the star plains. Followed I then the pathway of the light. Deep in the earth's heart I followed the pathway, learning the secrets below as above, learning the pathway to the halls of Amente, learning the law that balances the world. To the earth's hidden chambers pierced I by my wisdom. Deep through the earth's crust into the pathway, hidden for ages to the children of men. Unveiled before me ever more wisdom, until I reached a new knowledge, found that all is part of all, great and yet greater, than all that we know. Searched I infinity's heart through the ages, deep and yet deeper, more mysteries I found. Now as I look back through the ages, know I that wisdom is boundless, ever greater, and ever grown greater through the ages. One of the infinities greater than all. Light there was in the ancient Atlantis, yet darkness too was hidden in all. Fell from the light into the darkness some who had risen to the heights among men. Proud they became because of their knowledge. Proud they were because of their place among men. Deep dwelled they into the forbidden, opened the gateway that led to below. Sought they to gain ever more knowledge, but seeking it to bring it up from below. He who descends below must have balance, else he is bound by the lack of our light. Opened by they then by their knowledge pathways forbidden to man. But in his temple, all-seeing the dweller lay in his aguante, while there through Atlantis his soul roamed free. Saw he the Atlanteans by their magic, opening a gate that would bring great woe to earth. Fast fled his soul back to his body. He rose from his aguante. Called he the three mighty messengers, gave them the commands to shatter the world. Deep neath the earth crust the halls of Amente, swiftly descended the dweller. Called he them on the powers of the seven lords wielded, and changed the earth's balance. Down sank Atlantis beneath dark waves, shattered the gateway that had been opened, shattered the door that led below. All the islands were shattered except Uno, the part of the island of the sun's dweller. Served he then to be them teachers, lighters of the path for those to come after, lights of the lesser children of men. Called he then, I Thoth, before him, gave the commandments for all I should do, saying, Take thou, O Thoth, all of your wisdom, take all your records, take all your magic, go forth as a teacher of men, go forth, reserving the records until time light grows among men. Light shall thou be through all the ages, hidden yet found by enlightened men. Over all earth give we ye power, free thou to give or take it away. Gather now the sons of Atlantis, take them and flee to the place of the rock caves, fly to the land of the children of Chem. Then gathered I, the sons of Atlantis, into the spaceship. I brought all my records, brought the records that sunk in Atlantis. I gathered all my powers, instruments many of mighty magic. Upon them we rose on rings of the morning, until we arose above the temple dwelling behind the three dwellers, deep in the halls neath the temples, closing the pathway to the lords of the cycles. Yet ever to him who was knowing, open shall be the path to Amente. Fast fled we then on the wings of the morning, fled to the land of the children of Chem. There by my power I conquered and ruled them all. Raise I to the light the children of Chem. Deep through the rocks I buried a spaceship, waiting the time when man might be free. Over the spaceship I erected a marker, in the form of a lion yet unto man. There neath the image rests my spaceship, forth to be brought when the need shall arise. Know ye, O man, that far in the future invaders shall come from out of the deep. Then awake ye who have wisdom, bring forth my ship and conquer with ease. Deep neath the image lies my secret. Search and find in the pyramid I built. Each to other is the keystone. The gateway leads into life. Follow the key I leave behind me. Seek in the doorway to life shall be thine. Seek thou in thy pyramid, deep in the passage ends a wall. Use the key of the seven, and open thee the pathway will fall. Know until I've given my wisdom. Know until thee I given my way. Follow the pathway. Solve thou secrets, and unto thee I've shown the way. So it's talking about meditating on that chamber at the end of the Queen's chamber, the King's chamber. And it actually, I'll show you guys here how you can solve this riddle of where the Hall of Records is. I'll show you with Google Maps and the little riddle he gave. Hark ye, O man, this is key of magic. Hark ye, O man, the wisdom of magic. Hark, the knowledge, the powers forgotten. Long ago in the days of the first man, warfare began between darkness and light. Then, that is now, we're filled with both darkness and light. While in some darkness held sway, and others light filled the soul. Aye, age-old is this warfare, the eternal struggle between darkness and light. Fiercely it is fought through all the ages, using strange powers hidden in man. Adepts has there been filled with the blackness, struggling always against the light. But others there are who, filled with the brightness, whoever conquered the darkness of night. Wherever ye may be in all the ages and planes, surely ye should know the battle of night. Long ages ago, the sons of the morning, descending from the world filled with night, there in the past began the struggle, the age-old battle between darkness and light. Many in the time were so filled with darkness that only feebly flamed the light from the night. Some they were masters of darkness, who sought to fill all with their darkness, sought to draw others into the night. Fiercely withstood they, the masters of brightness. Fiercely fought they from the darkness of night. sought ever to tighten the fetters, the chains that bind men to the darkness of night. Used they their dark magic, brought men into the power of darkness, magic then that enshrouded man's soul with darkness. Banded together as an order, the brothers of darkness, they through the ages antagonists to the children of men. Walk they always secret and hidden, found yet not found by the children of men. Forever they walked and worked in the darkness, hiding in the light in the darkness of night. Silently, secretly, they use their power, enslaving and binding the souls of men. Unseen they come and unseen they go. Man in his ignorance calls them from below. Dark is the way of the dark brothers travel, dark of the darkness, not of the night. Traveling over earth, they walk through man's dreams. Power they've gained from the darkness around them. They call other dwellers from out of their place in ways that are dark and unseen to man. Into man's mind, space reach the dark brothers. Around it, they close the veil of the night. Through its lifetime, that soul dwells in bondage, bound by the fetters of the veil of the night. Mighty are they, forbidden knowledge, and the forbidden knowledge, forbidden because it is one with the night. Hark ye, O man, and listen to my warning. Be free from the bondage of night. Surrender not your souls to the brother of darkness. Keep thy face ever towards the light. Know ye, O man, that your sorrow only has come through the veil of the night. Aye, man. Heed my warning. Strive ever upward. Turn your souls towards the light. The brother of darkness seek for their brothers, those who have traveled the pathway of light. For well known that those who have traveled far towards the sun in their pathway of light have great and yet greater power to bind with darkness the children of light. List ye, O man, to he who comes to you, but weigh in the balance, and his words be of light. For many of those who walk in the darkness are yet not the children of light. Easy it is to follow their pathway, easy to follow the path that they lead. But yet, O man, heed my warnings. Light comes only to those who strive. Hard is the pathway that leads to wisdom. Hard is the pathway that leads to light. Many ye shall find stones in your pathway, many mountains to climb towards the light. Yet know ye, O man, to him that overcometh, free from him he be of the pathway of light. For ye know, O man, in the end light must conquer, and darkness and night must be banished from light. Listen, O man, and heed ye the wisdom. Even as darkness, so is the light. When darkness is banished, and all veils are rended, out there shall flash from the darkness the light. Even as exist amongst the men the dark brothers, so there are brothers of light, antagonists to the brothers of darkness, seeking to free men from the night. Powers have they, mighty and potent, knowing the law, the planets obey, working they ever in harmony and order, freeing the man, soul from the bondage of night. Secret and hidden walk they also. Know not that they to the children of men, ever they have fought the dark brothers, conquered and conquering time without end, yet always light shall be in the end the master, driving away the darkness from night. Amen. Aye, man. Knowing ye this morning, always beside thee the children of light, masters of the sun power, ever unseen yet the guardians of men, open to all is their pathway, open to he who will walk in the light. Free they are of the dark amente, free from the halls where life reigns supreme. Sons are they, lords of the morning, children of light to shine among men. Like men are they, yet are none like. Never divided were they in the past. One have they been with the oneness eternal throughout all space-time, beginning of time. Up did they come with the oneness from the all one, from the first space, formed and unformed. Given a man have they many secrets. I shall guard and protect him from all harm. He who would travel the path of the master, free must he be from the bondage of night. Conquer must he the formless and shapeless. Conquer must he the phantom of fear. Knowing must he gain all of the secrets. Travel the pathway that leads to the darkness, yet ever for him keep the light of his goal. Obstacles great shall he meet in his pathway, yet press on to the light of the sun. Hear ye, O man, the sun is the symbol of light that shines at the end of the road. Now to thee I give secrets. Now to meet the dark power. Meet and conquer the fear of the night. Only by knowing can ye conquer. Only by knowing can ye have light. Now I give unto thee the knowledge known to the masters, the knowing that conquers all the dark fears. Use this, and the wisdom I give thee. Master thou shalt be to the brothers of night. When unto thee comes a feeling, drawing thee nearer to the dark gate, examine thine heart, and find if the feeling that thou hast has come from within. If thou shalt find the darkness thine own thoughts, banish them forth from the place in the mind. Send through the body a wave of vibration, a regular first and regular second, repeating time after time until free. Start the wave force in thy brain center. Direct it in waves from thine head to thy foot. But if thou findest thy heart is not darkened, be sure that a force is directed to thee. Only by knowing can thou overcome it. Only by wisdom can thou hope to be free. Knowledge brings wisdom, and wisdom is power. Attain ye shall have power over all. Seek ye a place bound by darkness. Place ye a circle about thee. Stand erect in the midst of the circle, and use this formula, and you shall be free. Raise thou thine hands to the dark space above thee. Close thine eyes and draw on the light. Call to the spirit of light through the space-time, using these words, and thou shalt be free. Fill thou body, O spirit of life. Fill my body with the spirit of light. Comes from the flower that shines from the darkness, comes from the halls where the seven lords rule. Name them by name, I, the 7, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. By their names I call them to aid me. Free me and save me from the darkness of night. Untanas, Quertas, Gieta, Guyana, Huerta, Sembeta, and Ardal. And by their names I implore thee, free me from the darkness and fill me with light. Know ye, O man, that when ye have done this, ye shall be free from the fetters that bind, and cast off the bondage of the brothers of night. See ye not the names have the power to free by vibrations that fetters the bind? Use them in need to free thou thine brother, so that he too may become forth from the night. Thou, O man, art my brother's helper. Let him not lie in bondage of night. Now awaken thee, I give my magic. Take it and dwell in the pathway of light. Light unto thee, life unto thee. Sun, may thou be on the cycle above. The 7 lords. Hark ye, O man, and listen to my voice. Open thy mind, space, and drink from my wisdom. Dark is the pathway to the life that we travel. Many pitfalls that lie in the way. Seek ye ever gain a great wit or wisdom. Attain it, and shall be light in the way. Open thy soul, O man, to the cosmic, and let it flow as one with thy soul light. Is eternal, and darkness is fleeting. Seek ye ever. Light is eternal, and darkness is fleeting. Seek ye ever, O man, for the light. Know ye that ever light fills thy being. Darkness for thee shall be soon disappear. Open thy souls to the brothers of brightness. Let them enter and fill thee with light. Lift up thine eyes to the light of the cosmos. Keep thou ever face to the goal. Only by gaining the light of all wisdom art thou one with the infinite goal. Seek ye over the oneness eternal. Seek ye the light in the one. Hear ye, O man, listen to my voice, singing the song of life and of love. Throughout all space, light is prevailing, encompassing all with the banners of flame. Seek ye forever in the veil of darkness. Somewhere ye shall surely find light, hidden and buried, lost to man's knowledge. Deep in the infinite, the infinite exists. Lost but existing, flowing through all things, living in all is the infinite brain. In all space there is only one wisdom, through seeming to decide it is one with the one. All that exists comes from the light, and the light comes from the all. Everything created is based upon order. Law rules the space where the infinite dwells. Forth from the equilibrium came the great cycles, moving in harmony towards infinity's end. Know ye, O man, that far in the space-time, infinity itself shall pass into change. Hear ye and listen to the voices of wisdom. Know that all is all evermore. Know that through time thou may pursue wisdom and find ever more light on the way. Know that through time thou may pursue wisdom and find ever more light on the way. Aye, thou shalt find that ever receding, thy goal shall elude thee from day unto day. Long time ago in the halls of Amenta, Athos stood before the lords of the cycles. Mighty they in the aspects of powder, mighty they in the wisdom they unveiled. Led by the dweller, first I did see them, but afterwards free was I of their presence, free to enter the conclave at will. Oft did I journey down to the dark pathway, unto the hall where the light ever glows. Learned I, the masters of cycles, wisdom brought the cycles above. Manifest they in this cycle as guides to man of knowledge of all. 7 are they, mighty in power, speaking these words through me to men. Time after time stood I before them, listening to words that came without sound. Once they said unto me, O man, wouldst thou gain wisdom? Seek for it in the heart flame. Wouldst thou gain knowledge of power? Seek ye in the heart of the flame. Wouldst thou be one with the heart of the flame? Seek then within thy own hidden flame. Many times spoke they to me, teaching me wisdom not of this world, showing me ever new paths to the brightness, teaching me wisdom from above, giving knowledge of all operation, learning of law and the order of all. Spoke to me again the 7, saying, far from beyond time were we. Come, O man, traveled we from beyond the space-time. Aye, from the place of infinity's end, when ye and all the brethren were formless, formed forth were we from the order of all. Not as men are we, though once we too were as men. Out of the great void where we formed forth in the law. For know that we, which is formed, truly is formless, having only form in thine eyes. And again unto me spoke the 7, saying, the children of light, O Thoth, art thou, free to travel the bright pathward upwards, until all ones become one. Fourth were we when we formed our order, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Know ye that these are the numbers of the cycles, and we descend on to all men, each having here a duty to fulfill, each having here a force to control. Yet are we one with the soul of our cycle. Yet we, too, are seeking a goal. Far beyond man's conception, infinity extends into the greater all. There, in a time that is yet not a time, we shall all become one, and with a greater than all. Time and space are moving in circles. Know ye that the law, and ye too shall be free. Aye, free shall ye be moved to move through the cycles, past the guardians that dwell at the door. Then he spoke to me, he of the 9, saying, Eons and eons have I existed, knowing life, not life, and tasting not death. For ye know, O man, that far in the future life and death shall be one with all. He so perfected by balancing the other that neither exists in the oneness of all. In men of this cycle, the life is force is rampant, but life in it, growth becomes one with them all. Here I manifest in this your cycle, but yet I am there in your future of time. Yet to me time not exists, for in my world time exists not. Formless we are. Life we have, but not yet have existence, for and greater from the freer than thee. Man is a flame bound to a mountain, but we in our cycle shall ever be free. Know ye, O man, that when ye have progressed into the cycle that lengthen above, life itself will pass into darkness, and only the essence of the soul shall remain. Then to me spoke the Lord of the 8, saying, all that he knows is the part of the little. Not as yet is he touched of the great far out space, where the light being supreme came I unto the light. Formed was I, but not are ye as ye are. Body of light was my formless, formed. Know I not life, and know I not death. Yet master am I of all that exists. Seek ye to find the path through the barriers. Travel through that leads to the light. Spoke again to me the 9, saying, seek ye to find the path to the beyond. Not impossible is it to grow to a consciousness above. For when 2 have become 1, and 1 has become all, know ye the barrier has lifted, and ye are made free from the road. Grow thou from form to formless. Free thou from thou must be from the road. Thus, through all ages I listened, learning the ways of the all. Now I lift my thoughts to the all thing. List ye and hear when it calls. O light all pervading, one with the all with the one, flow thou to me through the channel. Enter thou so that I may be free. Make me one with the all soul, shining the blackness of night. Free, let me be from the space-time, free from the veil of the night. I am a child of light, command from the darkness to be. Formless I of the light soul, formless yet shining with light. Know I the bonds of the darkness must shatter and fall before light. Now I give thee wisdom. Free may ye be, O man, living in the light and in the brightness. Turn not thy face from the light. Thy soul dwells in the realms of brightness. Ye are child of the light. Turn thy thoughts inward, not outward. Find thou the light soul within. Know that thou art the master. All else is brought from within. Grow thou to realms of brightness. Hold thou thy thought in the light. Know that thou art one with the cosmos, the flame of the children of night. Now to thee I gave warning. Let not thy thought turn away. Know that the brightness flows through the body. For I, turn not to the dark brothers that come from the brothers of black, and keep thine eyes ever lifted, the soul in tune with the light. Take ye this wisdom and heed it. Listen to my voice and obey. Follow the pathway to brightness, and thou shalt be one with the way. All right, so that one's going to be the one on chakras, and I'm going to upload that real quick. And then what I'm going to do is do this next one, which has to do with like reptilians and the veil, the Brotherhood of Darkness, opening a giant portal, and like it's kind of like the Matrix in reptilians and all kinds of cool stuff. So we're going to get into that as a separate project.